Hello. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. And today, we finish Disco Elysium. I'm very excited. I don't know what exactly to expect here as we're moving towards the end. But, you know, I'm here for it regardless. This will be the end. So let's just hop in and, just play it. We caught the killer. We know why they did it and what other factors played into the murder. But now we just have to kind of live with it. Hop right on in. Yeah, he's not going anywhere.
Yes?
Nothing, Kim. Could level up again. Let's keep my... Why not just up my composure a bit? Make our way off this island. Hey, Oliver. Oliver's underneath my legs right now. It's just leaving the guy here, but it's probably for the best that we just get on out of here. I should have... What am I doing? I should have leveled up. Hold on. I might just reload the save immediately. Give me a second.
Soft covers. Serialized.
Why did I do that? I should level up conceptualization. Hold on. And I'm taking away the impact of the scene here, but just bear with me for a second. Give me conceptualization. Meow. I hear you meowing down there, cat. Little cutie. Okay, cat. You're okay, little kitty. You're just a little kitty cat. Alright, where do I go? Here we go. Come on, little kitty. Now let's conceptualize these books.
Soft covers. Serialized. Fantastique.
Man, I really can't.
Stories. Animal adventures. A magazine.
Yeah, it's the last check. Might as well see if I can't sneak a win with it. I don't think I really have anything else for conceptualization except that. No, actually, I should have a suit for it. I feel like I have a suit for conceptualization. There it is. Let's see.
Soft covers. Serialized. Fantastique. Still nothing.
I suppose not. Well, if this is going to be in the final hour here, I should dress how I want to dress, right? I really like the pinball coat. Maybe the next scarf, too. Like the hat. No, I gotta use the froggy hat. I love my froggy hat. Let's see. Pants. I mean, I don't think I'll be wearing any other pants than that. Gloves. I got nice gloves. Any good shoes I can wear? My good boots. Get on my good sneaks. Like, let's see, what good glasses can we get on? Yeah, I like these glasses. This is the fit. Get out of here. Got my sword. Gun.
ICM? This feels familiar somehow.
Kim, what's the ICM?
Insulindian Citizens Militia. It's the official name of the Communards Army, the black and white army of the Revolution.
Sounds an awful lot like.
RCM. It sounds like RCM, Rivershell Citizens Militia.
It does.
Why?
The RCM may descend from the ICM.
Hold on, real quick. Let me let Oliver out of my room. He's not trapped in. I love that little cat. So silly. May?
It's impossible to say. It was chaos after the war. The name was good for getting people to join us. Revachol West was mostly workers and criminals.
Nice political thoughts rush through your neocortex. A mediocre athlete would pant from dragging around his body on a busted crutch. But not you. You're thinking about politics, with blood dripping down your thigh.
What I'm hearing is we descend from the glorious Revolutionary Army.
There were all sorts of groups and groupuscules back then. It doesn't really matter.
Wait to the star on the label.
No. An upside-down star.
With its horns in the sky, the symbol of the commune.
Are those spec stars too?
No, that's the uninhabited archipelago.
A DeLorean-era symbol of Insulinda, known as the face in the sea.
Looks old. What's it still doing here?
After 44 years? That's not nearly enough to hide what happened here, Lieutenant Gefreiter. One of these barrels was still leaking fuel, as you saw. The city is full of things like this. Old bullets, guns, fuel.
Beautiful world we live in, as sad as it is as well. And I think that's the main point of Disco Elysium, is that you need to
The
see these
chain trails
beauties.
off into the ocean, connecting the island to the supply depot on the coast.
Leads to the depot in Land's End.
Ah, yes, so it seems.
What do you think it was used for?
For bringing munitions to the island, maybe? And supplies? You could also lock the bay when you raise the chain.
As a defensive measure, lock it off that side of the bay.
Lock it from whom?
From enemies. Enemies of the commune of Revachol. This sea fort was a revolutionary fortification, I believe.
Aqua, hold on. Can I... Hold on, I can go back and I can do that conceptualization again. I don't want to leave. I don't want it to end. I'm really dragging this out, but... I mean, come on. Who wants it to end? And we've been in here for a while. I'm gonna miss Revachol. I don't want it to be gone.
Soft covers, serialized fantastique, and still nothing.
A shame, but can't win them all. I guess you're not really supposed to win them all, are you? Wouldn't really be life if you won at everything. You succeeded at everything and got every little bit of info.
The skiff is swaying.
There's gonna be some regrets in
by
life,
the
and
dock.
gotta live with that. Let's return to the mainland.
Let's. We are done here.
The skiff rocks gently under your weight as you get in. The ride back is uneventful and quiet, but for the sound of conversation on the water, there is someone inland waiting for you. You reach the jetty and climb out of the skiff.
It was Lillian.
Look what the tide brought him.
Hello?
Harry, you're bleeding all over the place. You're half dead.
Whatever this is, it is completely unimportant compared to what you've just seen. This is the man with sunglasses from the Whirling in Rags. But where are his sunglasses?
Wait, you're the man with the sunglasses.
That's right. And you're bleeding.
Forget about this. There's a giant...
We're not forgetting about anything. Look at you.
Well, no one else seems bothered by the bleeding.
Bothered by it. Harry, you look like you need a fucking organ transplant. Oh, fuck it. Let's not get into that.
Who are you people?
Hello, Trent Heilerstein. I believe
Oh yeah, we did.
on several occasions.
How you doing, Trent?
I'm your goddamn partner, Jean-Vicomar, and this is your special task force. Or what's left of it. Special Consultant Trond Heidelstam, Battle Officer Judith Minot.
Hi.
Huh.
We've come to scrape what's left of you off the pavement.
Lieutenant Kim Kisuragi, Prison 57. We've just come from the island, where our investigation led us.
I knew he was our partner. I called it.
We might need your help with something later. But this is clearly a departmental matter, so I'm going to leave you to discuss it among yourselves.
Thank you, Lieutenant.
It's good to meet you, Lieutenant Kitsuhagi.
Letting the lieutenant know he shouldn't feel embarrassed over the shitstorm that's about to befall you.
What's this all about?
Ari, we want to help you. Trant, I believe this is where you come in?
I don't quite know what I'm doing here. I was asked to participate as an expert. I think I need to manage your expectations a little. I'm at best an enthusiast in cognitive science. My background is in something else entirely. I engage in neurology on a merely theoretical level. In fact, I should probably get going.
No, Trant, it's too late. You're part of this shit now. What have you got to say for yourself, shit kid?
Shit, kid. What an interesting moniker.
Wait, what's a shit kid?
You. Shit kid? That's you.
Maybe you've deserved it.
How'd you know I was here?
Cafeteria manager you fucked over told us where you went.
Understand. Okay, Gart told you.
And people on the street helped us too, with your whereabouts.
You're a legend among the drunks, Harry. A legendary local drunk.
You're the man with the sunglasses. You aren't the man with the sunglasses at all. You're not even blonde.
Guilty as charged. I heard you'd lost your mind and your memory. I wanted to see if it was true, and it was. Good work, Harry. You're insane now. There's one less person for me and everyone else to rely on.
He was too sarcastic for you to realize who he was.
I suspected something was off.
Did you? Or did you literally not recognize my face? We've been partners for how long, Harry? Don't answer that. You don't remember.
He's right. Don't start guessing. Now's not a good time.
You never told me you're not the horse-faced woman.
Lieutenant, my name is not horse-faced woman. It's Judith Minot. I was assigned to your unit 2 months ago. I thought we were friends.
We're still friends. I just have a stupid head.
Okay. Because you're my commanding officer, I really want to respect you. I want us to have a normal relationship.
That will never happen, Jude. He's the rudest man on earth. He's the reason why the rest of us have to take sensitivity training. And I hate sensitivity training.
So Trant turns out to be Special Consultant Trant.
Yes, I'm Trond Heidelstam. I never said I wasn't Trond Heidelstam.
What was up with the kid then?
Mikhail? Mikhail's my son.
His son? What a joke. Everyone is lying to you.
Oh, yeah, what was up with all the interesting history? Spying on me?
No, I was just interested in the Feld building and the Martinez beachhead. And Mikhail wanted to see Martinez. It was a coincidence.
So what are you special consulting here?
What indeed? I was asked to share my take on some of the more obscure theories developed in Königstein in the 30s, like partial psychotraumatic amnesia, group personality theory.
He's here to see if you're insane. He is smart. Let's move on.
You mentioned a task force?
Yeah, Major Crimes Unit, under Lieutenant Dubois and Vicomar. Ring any bells?
Who else is in this?
Refresh your memory? It's a goddamn Major Crimes Unit. There's you, me, Jude, Trond fucking Heidelstam, and Guillaume Baby.
I'm technically just a civilian advisor.
Oh, fuck you. You're part of this shit show.
Yeah, who's Guillaume?
Oh, that's an interesting story, actually. Guillaume Bevy is a police reporter who joined our team. He was really good. Then he left because he lost faith in your ability to lead the unit. Other people have left too. Good, smart people. People we won't get back. Only me and this really patient patrol officer are still here. And Tron because I'm forcing him to stay.
What does the unit do?
It's a major crimes unit. We clear the desk of cases so Precinct 41 doesn't look like the worst station in town. We are shit tier now, Harry. Because of you.
The 41st isn't...
No one's who they say they are.
Duped. Hey, here's a brilliant idea. Don't be a morbid drunk and you won't be duped so easily.
Gardener, scab leader, this. Tell me at least you are who you say you were.
Yes, I'm still King Kisuragi, still a lieutenant.
That's good.
From Precinct 57.
Where have you been all this time?
Where have we been? We've been fucking off as far as I remember. You told us to fuck off. You said we're cramping your style, your detective god. Fuck everything. All we burn. Detect or die.
I've said all those things? I'm not like that anymore.
Yes, you're sorry. You're the sorriest cop who ever lived. Nothing has changed, Harry. I've heard this repentance shit a million times over.
None of this is ringing any bells.
The bells aren't ringing because you have brain damage. Trant, this is where you come in. How bad is it?
Well, he doesn't have visible tremors, he talks without slurring, he can drive a boat, he's standing, reasoning. All good signs, but complete retrograde amnesia, episodic and semantic.
Meaning, you forgot both who you are and the definitions of money, Isola, hell, and so on.
As displayed in the station call, our interactions with him, and I don't want to be a snitch, but also mine with him before when Harry did not seem to know who I was. It's all very interesting.
Interesting?
Yes, interesting. I have my theories, but I would like to hear Harry's thoughts first. Harry, what do you think happened to you? Neurologically, psychologically, and why not socioeconomically?
I drank so much I lost my memory and I'm now slowly recovering it.
He is. He's getting better. And I can confirm that he drank a lot of alcohol prior to it happening.
I believe he drank. People do that, especially this one. What they don't do is forget their whole life because of drinking.
But Detective Vigmer, he has blanked out before.
I have?
Yes, a couple of times. After some of the more serious benders. One was after the two drunks case, the other when we looked into that mural.
So you don't remember not remembering.
That's good, it's helpful.
The two cases in your ledger, the unsolvable case and the Next World mural, those were recent. Those cases were hard on you.
Interesting. So at first he dipped his toes into it, prepared. That's where he would have gotten the idea, yes. Practice. And then he used alcohol to get there, so to speak.
What do you mean?
Well, here is my theory. What if this is an absolutely normal reaction to the world we're living in? What if this is not a significant anomaly at all? Something to be explained, approached as a defect? Look at the sensory input here.
Ding Dong 24, welcome. Day 7 player, yeah. I'm near the. I apparently ended the last stream right after I saw the Phasmid. And I apparently I was very close to the end and should have kept going, but here we are. On the day of thanks.
Look at the ruins, the neon, listen to the radio, the multitudes, the people. Live here for 40 years. As a police detective, he's like a magnetic reader on the world team, to borrow a known metaphor. Harry's been pushed flat against it. Total input. Hardwired to the free market. He just needed for it to end.
Okay, Trump, thank you. That's absolutely meaningless. I'm glad we brought you. Will he or will he not be able to work in the major crimes unit? Is he a cretin now? I want to know that.
He's not a cretin, and he is able to do work. If not in his previous leadership role, then as a line detective.
I'm ready to lead again.
No one even mentioned that. I misphrased my question. It should have been, is he able to put his clothes on and use the body? Or do we need to get him on a disability pension?
They can keep that pension. You're rock solid.
Yeah.
You can put your clothes on hard.
What now?
Now nothing. Now we're just going to stand here.
Really?
No. Now we discuss that. What the fuck did you do to a motor carriage? Why is it there, Harry?
Hold on, I drove it into the ocean when I was drunk.
Ah, so refreshing. He just admits it. Thank you for your honesty. Thank you for destroying 45,000 head of police property that's coming out of everyone's payslip.
Yep.
It doesn't matter. Your badge, Harry. Show me your badge.
I got it right here.
In a rush to demonstrate your badge, your eager fingers can't sustain a grip on the smooth plastic, and the badge slips out of your
Oh.
hand.
Nice. Good. We got it.
Not today, badge.
I got the badge, all's well.
And your gun?
As if having your badge and gun are natural states, not achievements. What is it with all these material objects?
He has it. And he didn't drop it. You're drunk like a bum, Harry. Put that thing away before you kill someone.
Yeah. I agree, Ding Dong. This game has taught me one thing. I've been watching life from the mind of someone who doesn't exist anymore and still hates himself. And slowly, through Kim, through solving the case and everything, all the little encounters you make, all the little people you help in this world, all the little moments of wonder and intrigue and the beautifulness of every individual that exists in Revachol, you can even find happiness in just talking to someone on the street, to even just doing something, just even helping someone can make your life a little bit better and make it that much more bearable. Even when you think everything's crashed down on you, there is still joy and wonder to have out in this world. That doesn't make you absolved of all wrongdoing. But the best moments in this game were when we denied the voice in our head and just lived for a moment. That's what I think is the main message of Disco Elysium. I didn't lose my gun, I have my gun.
We're not talking about the fucking gun anymore. We're talking about the vaporized cloud of ethanol coming from your mouth.
So it doesn't even matter that I found my gun?
You were never supposed to lose it in the first place. Not lost is your gun's natural state, you drunk bum.
I'm not drunk, I haven't started drinking again.
So you forgot to drink? I don't buy it. Why do you smell like a corpse then?
He's wounded. It's been a long week, and he's handled an actual corpse.
Maybe it's because of the pheromone?
Detective, please. Don't start talking about your pheromone again. This is serious. If you don't...
Then you'll be fired. This is a hearing. Toughen up.
I just haven't washed myself after the autopsy.
Without a reply, the satellite officer covers his nose.
And yeah, I've handled actual corpses.
I don't believe you. You're drunk. You let a suspect escape, a certain Classier, because you were too drunk to assess a flight risk.
We've read the report, Sari. Lieutenant Kitsuragis. We know.
Not taking her in was the right thing to do. She gave us a vital clue that led us to the island.
Oh well, if she was nice. I'm not even gonna get into the other suspect, who also escaped. Yeah, Ruby something, or the fact that you're Evra Claire's little peony now, doing I don't know what for him. That's small-time stuff. That's nothing. That's a humorous anecdote.
Oh,
Compared to the 7 people who were gunned down, the streets are literally red with blood, Harry. It was fucking mass murder.
He did everything he could. We did everything we could. The company hired and vetted mercenaries. Lieutenant Dubois got between them and the locals. He did so at considerable risk to his own life. He was shot, not once, but twice. We stopped an execution, not a negotiation. The loss of life was minimal compared to what it could have been.
also solve the case. It's solved, all of it.
Detective, it's better if I do that.
It's so much better if he does this. 1,000,000 times better.
Thank you for the input, Lieutenant Kitsuragi. I didn't mean to suggest you didn't handle the situation. You've spent the week with him on this case. What is your take
On the case?
on Lieutenant Geoffrey Dubois?
Well, the drinking, the gun losing, also losing the badge. That's all true. Although he has not been drinking on the job this week.
See?
1 week.
Then there's the self-flagellation issue. He likes to apologize, profusely, making it sound like he's guilty of at least first-degree murder. It's not a good communication strategy for an officer. It's
a game that helped me through my breakup, and I realized moving on painful is necessary and helpful. It is. You gotta move on. And we'll never know really what was going on with Harry. We have little clues and snippets. He demonizes this, he demonizes the past lover. But we will never really know whether it was deserved or if it's something he concocted in his head to make her worse than she may have been. But it's every part of this is. You did in the dream yet? It's been a bit. It's been a long playthrough. I don't remember specifically. A lot of stuff was mentioned regarding it, but but that's like Harry's point of view, so it's kind of hard to like fully trust in that, you know, to fully like give that complete credence because we don't know. But I think whether she did do something wrong or not is besides the point of how Harry feels regarding the situation of that complete hopelessness and utter garbage view of himself and self-hatred. And yeah, the Phasmid really, I wouldn't say it's I'd say it's the final hope. I think that was the final thing I think the entire game is you're the most rational Disco Elysium players I've seen this far. Thank you. I love analyzing media like this. I'm a very big if you ever stick around and watch any other thing else here, I love playing mystery games. I love analyzing stories and narratives and why stuff works and doesn't work. I have no degree or any actual expertise in the subject. I just like speaking my mind on it. But the Phasmid itself seems to be the final hope that really kind of pushed everything through. I think we got the bad ending because I shaved Harry, like regardless. I think that was the worst decision I could have done in this entire game. People died, and I think Harry shaving is the worst decision I've made this entire game. It's very cursed. Hardcore 2, yeah, it actually wasn't that hard. The only difficult part about hardcore mode in the beginning is because I randomized my stats too to start out, just because I hate myself just as much as Harry did. So I had max strength, like max body, but I had 0 psyche. So anytime I failed a psyche check, I just instantly died because I didn't have any of the, you know, like the medicines to like counteract that. That was pretty much the only hard part. I think I died like 3 times the whole playthrough. One when confronting Titus, I pushed the wrong point and got shot by Theo. And then the other times were just like bad morale choices, and I just died because I didn't have anybody to heal that. But no, the game wasn't too bad on hardcore, honestly. I'm kind of confused what the difficulty would be. I feel like this is kind of just like the base state you should play the game in. I'm not sure what, like what would even be easy mode. I feel like that'd almost be a bit boring. Are they just like way easier checks in easy mode? I'm not entirely sure like what the difficulty actually did in terms of affecting the gameplay. But yeah, anyway, like I was saying, the Phasmid is the final hope, and all the little connections and people you help throughout the game are like slowly bringing you up. They all kind of just meld together into just one goodness. Your choices affect the gameplay. I mean, yeah. But let me get back into him glazing us a little bit.
It's odd, especially in light of his political views. Detective Dubois is, as you may know, a hustler. He grinds. He makes the real. He's a visionary and a money engineer, which is just. And then there's the motor carriage in the sea, and the constant smoking everywhere, all the time. But despite all this, he is a great detective. One of the best I have seen, in fact. He can talk human beings into telling him everything. And he doesn't stop. In all the time I spent with him, he has not once stopped pursuing leads, however far-fetched and tangential. He is tireless, madly driven. Well, except that one time when he stopped to sing karaoke, which, by the way, I have to disagree with you, Mr. Vicmar, was a valiant effort. He really sang his heart.
That's one check I regret not making either.
Okay, he did something.
Other than that one time, he has tirelessly worked on the case, and he solved it. We have a confession, a murder weapon, and the perpetrator, locked on the island right now, awaiting transportation. He apprehended a revolutionary brigade who stayed hidden for 50 years, ever since the revolution, who's probably committed other murders over those years. Oh, and he also discovered a new species.
A new species?
A colossal stick insect. It was on the island, camouflaged as the reeds. It unfolded from the reeds. I think we may be dealing with the Insulindian phasmid.
He takes out the photo and shows it to the officers across the yard. Thick white snow falls all around you. Flakes stick to the glossy photo of the phasmid. You hear gasps beneath the howling of the wind.
As you can see, it's about 3 meters tall. In fact, we think it may be the largest land invertebrate ever discovered.
So as you can see, I'm a pretty okay detective. An absolutely visionary entrepreneur. We need a shirt that says I love the Insulindian phasmid. I love that phasmid too. I checked the trap like any chance I get. Like, I was so sad after the end of that. Like, just her heart was broken that it might not be real. That broke my heart to see. I'll say nothing. Kim's glazing me right now. We got this.
Fucking hell is that? Is this somehow connected to the case?
Detective?
Yes, I believe the pheromone it emits may be responsible for the killer's mental degradation.
The old man was not aware of the phasmid's presence. Exhibiting a strange, atypical dementia, he fell into a stupor after its appearance. He became near catatonic.
So it is connected.
I must say, this is absolutely extraordinary. I don't even have words for it.
Yes. It really does make it hard to fire the drunk.
This is a very, very sad man who has just seen something that's made him forget his name.
Yeah, the phasmid has that effect on people.
Now you make your case. Now is the time. Now or never.
The killer, Leonovich Dros. We have a strong motive for him.
Lilianovich. A revolutionary matronym.
A revolutionary matronym?
The custom started in Grad, where they have patronyms. Krasovich, Lasovich, etc. The revolutionaries saw this as a chauvinist atavism, so they used matronyms, derived from the mother's name instead.
Kind of weird. A lot of Lilies in this area. We got Little Lily, we got Lillian, and then we got Lilianovich.
This man's mother was Lilian. His Lilian's son, Lilianovich. The custom was overturned after the revolution failed, but not before it made it to Revachol.
So, it is what a soldier of the ICM would be called.
Did you know there's a Disco Elysium death run speedrun and Kuno's punch speedrun? I tried punching Kuno. I failed really badly though, and I fell in the mud. It was embarrassing.
Thank you, Trant. Thank you for that piece of cultural theory. You said you have a motive?
Of course, excuse me, I just thought it was noteworthy.
He killed the mercenary in an act of jealousy.
Jealousy? I thought this Lilianovich was an old man. To have been hiding for 50 years. Like 70-something.
A strange psychosexual fixation, aggravated possibly by proximity to the phasmid and its chemicals. He himself gave a political reason, said he had killed an enemy combatant. Also, we have a sniper's nest with full view of the room in which the mercenary died, right on the island, and 2 officers on the scene that Mr. Dross confessed to.
It's a clean win.
Oh, it's way more than that.
Did all I could. Every second was a struggle.
I've never doubted you can pull yourself together and work. In bouts. Bouts don't last. I can still smell the booze on the wind.
God damn it. Doesn't it ever leave? It is there. Like in your bones or something.
I also started the nightclub in the church.
What was that? It sounded like you set up a nightclub in the church.
Okay, I'm gonna try and pronounce this. Yeah, and I discovered hitherto unexplored entroponetical phenomena in there too. A 2mm hole in the world.
That's great. Anthroponaut is a great new career for you. After police officer. I don't care. Go live in the pale.
4 kids were living in a tent on the ice. They were going to drown when it melted. It's not optimal, but the building was abandoned, so he put them in there. It's okay.
It's not that okay. Get off this subject now.
Also, the phasmid was female. The reeds are its nest.
Female? What makes you think so?
You had to see it. It had the subdued colors of a female. And the nesting behavior too, I think.
Incredible. Were there eggs in the nest?
Not as far as I could see. There were other things there, though.
It had gathered items in its nest, a helmet and a scope.
Actually, you know, this would indicate it was a male. This is far from anything in my field, but I think such nests are called bowers. They are for attracting mates.
Still think it was a female.
Of course, as I said, I'm only guessing. I didn't see it. It must be robust if it can move a whole helmet with its limbs.
I think it reproduces by parthenogenesis.
As in cloning itself? What makes you think so?
Observation.
Well, then it wouldn't matter if it's a male or female. The bower would just be rudimentary behavior from before the parthenogenetic mutation.
That makes sense.
Very interesting. Such organisms are extremely vulnerable to disease. A single strain of bacteria could wipe out the whole species. We're probably looking at conservation efforts here.
In his mind, he's already planning a nature reserve and knows a good guy for
I
that.
think it emits a chemical that makes it look even more like the reeds.
Yes. That would be a chiromone. A pheromone that's seemingly beneficial to the host. It usually stimulates the affected nervous system. Not a human's, of course, but perhaps a predator's.
The perpetrator seemed intoxicated somehow, like an addict. It's just a hunch, but
There are species of bees that, under the influence of chiromones, take wasp larvae to their hives. Ants do the same with aphids, thinking they're... Do you think this is how it stayed hidden?
I would love to see the writing room for Disco Elysium and how they plotted this all out and the symbolism and the... Because this is one of my favorite methods of writing. I love that beautiful weirdness. I love just taking a concept, as weird as it sounds, as much as... It's fucking bizarre, but you believe in it enough that you want to put this in and it just fits in perfectly. It's something as crazy as a giant stick bug at a crime scene at the influencing the murderer is a crazy idea. It would seem like a complete Deus Ex Machina if it wasn't so set up and so beautiful and wonderful, and it somehow just works in this world, and fascinating to me.
Nothing is off the table. But I want to stress this. The find does not have to be connected to the case. The case is 100% prosecutable, without any chiromone.
Of course, Lieutenant. Of course. We should treat the case and the phasmid as completely separate from each other. People are not going to...
They're not going to go for this speculation in the constabulary.
It had mandibles that looked like hair, and it was completely white on the inside.
Yes, but also reed-colored, beige and brown, a little green on the outside. After unfolding from a single stalk, it still retained parts that looked like reed tufts on its limbs.
Incredible. The PR value of this is exceptional. Carp discovers new species. Maybe even discovers the Insulindian phasmid. No, that's too much.
This would really help with some of the problems we've been having.
Absolutely, this is great. This does not say vigilante murderers to me at all. This says science, news, human interest. You know, it's a really good thing you have that photo.
Without it,
You're doing good here. Perhaps only for a moment, but still.
The previous head of the de Bordeaux Union was assassinated by our killer. Sorry, French people, I can't pronounce stuff.
This is a conversation for when we are no longer out in the open. In Martinez, where Evrard and Edgar Clare have ears everywhere.
And eyes, too. Your return from the island must not have gone unnoted.
understood, of course.
I would prefer not to partake in anything union-related, for political neutrality.
There's also a dead man on the boardwalk, a missing person I found.
Yes. Fallen through a gap in a boardwalk. Drunk.
How'd you know I found him?
The body was transported to Precinct 41, our morgue. I had Tilbrook and Mullins take care of funeral arrangements and family stuff.
You're not the only cop in the world, Harry. This all comes back to us.
Still, good work with the missing person, detective.
I also looked into the mystery of the doomed commercial area.
I don't know what a doomed commercial area is.
The curse turned out to be possibly anthroponetical, part of my larger investigation into Martinet itself.
No, it didn't. It didn't turn out to be anthroponetical again. Enough with the solar pale 2mm hole in the world line. This isn't Paradox B. We're a police force.
It doesn't look like the lieutenant wishes you to push this angle further.
What do you say? Want to take this hot shit back?
I don't want to, but you discovered a new species and solved the murder. So I have to. Jude?
Anything that ends the trial is okay with me.
Agreed. The public relations potential of this is too valuable to let go.
Okay. We have vehicles in the square, and the perpetrator needs to be taken into custody. Let's go.
Wait, I have a few questions before we go, about who I am.
The man looks westward, impatiently, jingling his car keys in his pocket.
Who am I?
Who are you? You're a gym teacher, Harry.
What?
Well, obviously you're not a gym teacher anymore, but...
But before.
Before you were a cop, you were a gym teacher in Coron. It's getting really cold outside. Should we maybe...
That does explain a lot.
Harry, it explains everything. The running around, the jumping, the shot put, your inexplicable facial hair,
Collection of fallen sportwear I've amassed.
your love of retro-style dance music, how you're able to perform a 360-degree spin kick.
Does that who I was change based on what my main stat was? Like what my top stat is? I wonder.
The incredible stamina output. Also, this guy. Just everything about this guy. And this guy, too. God, even this javelin throwing freak here.
God, like Contact Mike.
Of course. Contact Mike.
He's been on about Mike again. I hate that guy.
Contact Mike is a reprise of the most inspiring basic sporting principles of open competition, a 5,000 into 1 rank outsider.
Oh, you don't say. Does he also vault an impassable gulf of finance and privilege?
It is getting cold out.
When was this? When was I a gym teacher?
In your 20s or late 20s. You've really let yourself go since then.
You said in Coron, I was a gym teacher there?
Yes, you taught gym in Cool. I believe that's the term. Taught gym at a high school. You were a high school gym teacher.
The smell of sweat and glue. The worn floorboard.
High school. Harry, your goings-on with Kuno, Andre, Acel, the whole thing on the ice. That's why you are so juvie.
His smirk suggests barely contained laughter.
Why'd I join the RCM then?
The regular. You found some chick. She inspired you to fight the big fight. Be more than you are. All that.
Okay, I see that now.
I knew it. I knew no normal human being can run. He's an honest-to-God gym teacher.
Why am I like this?
It's not a mystery. Some chick fucked you over. Also, you were drunk.
You really went with it too. Really maximized the damage.
Some chick? Who?
Dora something. Dora England. Yeah, you mentioned the name.
Not Dora Dubois.
Wait, Dora England?
Something like that.
So
Half
we
Vazan.
weren't even married.
No one is married anymore. This is Revachol.
When was this?
God, I don't know. 6 years ago, she was way before my time.
6 years?
Yeah. Or 7. You're not doing too good there. It's an old man thing. 2 old years equals 1 normal year. That and Dora England really tore you a new one.
Who
A
was
big
she?
one. Incredibly bangable.
Huh?
She was extremely fuckable, Harry. Gorgeous. A gorgeous bourgeois woman. Wayfish. Like a Welkin, basically.
Snow Welkin. Blonde
She was like a Welkin.
Pain Welkin.
I've only seen a picture, but it's obvious you formed a real spiritual connection with how pretty she was. One you never recuperated from.
Look, the sun is going down. It's time to go home.
I think she taught in the Académie des Arts, east of the river. Way east. Hard to say which came first, the middle-class chick or the drink. Egg and the chicken kind of thing. My point is, you need to see a psychiatrist about this shit. Not a psychologist. Several degrees harder. Is there something harder than a psychiatrist? A forensic psychiatrist? Good talk to that.
The Phasmid. I need to tell Lena about it ASAP.
Who is Lena?
A cryptozoologist. She lives in Shamrock on Tabernacle Road. She told me about the Phasmid.
Tabernacle? It's on the way over. Near where you live on Perdition.
Fine. If we're gonna drop you off anyway.
She and her husband were conducting the search for the Phasmid. It's their discovery, in part. They should know as soon as possible. It would do you good to deliver some positive news for a change.
She is going to be over the moon. Watch out, or she'll faint.
Okay, am I a dirty cop working for La Puta Madre?
No,
No, because the suspect seemed to think...
you're too unstable to work for my boss. You're suicidal, Harry. No mob.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
I assure you, I wouldn't consult for a corrupt unit.
He would immediately backpedal out of it.
Precinct 41, what kind of station is it?
Us? We're the bloody murder station, haven't you heard? We're the bad guys. No one likes us.
That's not true. Jamrock is too big for one precinct. You are just understaffed, and everyone respects the 41st. You have Captain Price.
Thank you, Lieutenant. You're being kind. It is an understaffed station and the district is too big, which is why we need to...
Get back to it. We left Torsen and McLean to run the Sea Wing. It's not good.
Torsen and McLean?
Mac the Torso Torsen and Chester McLean.
Mac the Torso?
Believe me, things are shaky as it is.
They are damn iconic though, Torsen and McLean.
An iconic duo, I take it?
Yeah, not like us. Two clinically depressed old men. Where's the contrast here? We are garbage.
And the Sea Wing is...
God. There are 4 wings, Harry. A, B, C, and D. We're in C. It's made of losers and clock punchers. You and I reconceptualized it as a task force. It was a mistake.
There's also a lot of outside help involved, not only me. Other losers too.
He's anything but a loser, although he would like to be seen as one. It's cool that way.
He wants to be part of the gang, that's fine. And Price is...
Ptolemy Price? He's the son of the old Price, one of the founders of the RCM.
He's one of the most highly regarded men in the force. You're lucky.
Somewhere under the curved roof of a former silk factory, shaped like a ladybird with 2 chimneys, Police Captain Ptolemy Price sits behind a heavy wooden desk. Resident medic Nix Gottlieb pours him coffee. It's silent in the captain's office. They speak of change, the city, the tension on the streets. They speak of the events of April and the blood on the streets in May.
Did we recently shoot up a church by any chance?
So he remembers that. Yes, there may have been a raid on some churches. It wasn't good press.
Shooting up churches never is. I was out of town, to be clear.
What had happened? Why do we need to go there?
Our enemies were hiding in a church, to the best of our information. That's it. I'm not talking about this anymore. Your security clearance is shit tier right now. You have to wait for it to go up.
Your clearance will not go up while you're within earshot of the Union headquarters.
I figured. So I work in the bloody murder station.
Okay, it's not the bloody murder station. It's an old converted silk mill with green desk lamps and a coffee corner. A lot of good people work there, hard, every day.
Jamrock is the largest ghetto in Rivershoal. Faubourg, technically, but it's divided into 11 districts. Jamrock only has us.
The press will blow over. Jamrock is lucky to have you, and it's often considered to be the greatest of the districts. You're lucky to have it.
Thank you again, Lieutenant.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi, what will you do now?
Well, first I will go back to my station and write the most detailed report anyone has ever seen. It will have to be good to cover all these. Then I will have a serious talk with my captain.
About what?
Detective, we just stopped a small-scale war. Something is happening to Revachol. I don't know what yet, but it's going to be a hard spring for the RCM. We need to get ready, infiltrate, investigate.
Distant traffic. A scrap of newspaper drifts by, carried by the wind.
Want to do that at Station 41?
Talk to Captain Price? I'd rather not ruffle the feathers of 2 captains with my doom-mongering.
Oh, no, I meant investigate. Investigate. Come work in Precinct 41.
Work with Price? I'm flattered, but I don't know if I...
This truly came as a surprise to him. Not a bad one, but he's at a loss.
Flattered? You're Lieutenant Kitsuragi. We would be flattered if you even considered.
I would have to tie things up in GRIH first. But, I mean, whatever is coming, Jamrock will be more central to it than the harbor.
And we also have a huge caseload, Lieutenant. Piles that we need to get back to. Mountains, even.
I do like the sound of that.
Recruit Detective Kim Kitsuragi.
He's really considering it.
I'm ready.
good.
Fuck it, let's go. Trump brought his motor carriage. It's a 20-minute drive to Jamrock.
Under the evening sky, the great district turns on its lights. A chessboard of wooden houses, 80,000 living souls inside. Fire traps as far as the eye can see, from Main Street to Precinct 41, atop the motorway, to Boogie Street, forking into the snow-swept horizon. You close your eyes and hear the dogs bark. A lone woman sits by a factory window, dreaming of meteorite strikes. On Rue de Saint-Jérôme, a square bullet slides into a square-shaped chamber. In Old South, a man without eyelids smiles. Spring has come. It's time. Torsen? Yes. McLean? Yes. Heidelstein? No. Vicmere? Yes. Dubois? Yes. Really? Nick Gottlieb looks up from the list. I hear he's quite unstable. You say that like it's a bad thing. Captain Ptolemy Price points his pen at the doctor. It's dim in his office, and the curtains are drawn. Harry's our man. He'll pull through, and when he does, he'll side with Revachol. Understood. Gottlieb returns to the list. Minnow? Of course.
Wonderful. Then can we please just go back to Jamrock now?
Go. Yeah, Kim. Fuck. Give the writing staff a fucking standing ovation. God damn. That might be one of the best video games I've played. That's gotta go up there. And it's so it's so simple. In the weirdest way to say, it is such a simple game. God. What a wonderful, wonderful experience. I'm upset that I'll never be able to experience this game again. And I will do everything in my power to make sure other people experience this. I mean, hell, I started streaming it and Vocab decided to play it, so that's a win. That's already a win there. Any little nudge or any little push I can give and make someone just dedicate and play this game and experience all it has to give is a win. What a just beautiful game about life and moving on and hope and just for once not beating yourself down, to live in the moment and just be happy. Which is weird to say about investigating a murder case. Because life isn't as simple as just being happy. There's gonna be shit that happens to you. There's gonna be mistakes you make. But every time something good happened in this game, it was because you decided to take a moment to go out of your way and help someone. To do something nice, to be genuine with someone outside of all the skill checks, outside of everything. Even failing a skill check, depending on some things, felt good. It felt nice. Kuno and Vicamere have the same voice actor? That's crazy. But this was unbelievable. Just a truly one in a million type of game that I don't think I could have ever imagined myself liking as much. If I didn't have the mystery title tied to it, I don't think I would have played it, which is criminal. I could have not played this game. I didn't play this game for a long time. I could have had many times where I did it, but I didn't. And I'm just so happy I got to play it. Julian Champenois, probably. Right, Kim is like the best character in any video game I've seen in a while. He's perfect in every way, and that's not even just like how people do, like, oh my god, he's perfect, he's my little, oh, I love him, he like, I stan him. No, he is a perfectly written character, like, in a genuine way. He is one of the most human characters. Everyone in this game is human, but Kim, I've already glazed him hard regarding it. I consider him to be one of the best characters in all of gaming. Especially the best partner in all of gaming. He is serving that role to a T. I've never been more impressed with a partner than before there. There was never a moment where I looked at him and I'm like, God, you're annoying. I don't think I did that for anyone that wasn't, like, intentionally meant to be, you're annoying me. Ugh. God. Just, the fuck's Mr. Anonymous? Who's Mr. Anonymous? Who's that? Ugh. And it's very fitting that we finish this on a day of thanks. I'm happy I waited at least a day to keep going, because, you know, we got a little bit more people here to watch and give their opinions and their input in. That's wonderful. I'm gonna be thinking about this game for a long time. This game's gonna change the way I look at storytelling for a while, I can tell. I just, I don't know. I don't know what more I can say that can't be recommended with just playing. This is a video game. This is one of the most video games of all video games. And I'm happy I got to play it. It's always those games that you kind of take a gamble on whether you like or not that are going to stick with you the most. Congratulations to everyone who worked on this game. I'd say that completely, but they all kind of, like, ironically had their own little civil war and split up into a bunch of different groups, so we'll see. We might see a lot of half Elysiums of Elysium likes come out. I believe all of them said they're going to be making Disco Elysium type games. So whether this was lightning in a bottle and separated, they're not going to be as proficient, or maybe they'll make a bunch of separately amazing games. We really just have to wait and see what happens on that front. Obviously, you're gonna wish for the best, but you never know. Wow. Just wow. Alright, I'll be here all night. I'll get him. Never mind, just let it play out then. Watch it all. I totally wasn't trying to skip it right there. I would never do that. Anas Gouda. All these people coming together. I really expected hardcore mode to fuck me over a lot more than it did. I imagine, like, if that's how the game was on a hardcore mode, then fuck, easy mode would be like, nothing bad ever happened. I just win every check. There'd be no, like, nothing bad would have happened at all. I would have gone through the tribunal completely fine. Everything would have been handled. Dun, dun, dun. Did you play on hardcore mode when you first played it, Vocab? I do that just as a psychopath, and that's just how I play things. Ziggy, I did, yeah. Yeah, like the only bad part is if you only had one blip in either physical or mental or psyche, and you just happen to get like a bad morale -1 in the beginning, and then just die just instantly die. That's like the only issues I had early game, but once I started getting stuff, it was pretty easy to not have that happen. Even inspired me to start playing in the hardest difficulty. Psychopathy is contagious, I guess. The only reason I do that is because I know I'm not going to replay it, so I might as well, you know? I might as well get the most challenging aspect out of the way. I gotta look in the collage now. It's me. What is this? Is this not just like a... Wait, is he actually that small? What the wait, is he... No, that's not right. Wait. He's not actually... No, something's fucked here. He's not that small. Is he actually that small? Okay, no, Harry's just massive. Something's wrong here. Hold on. Oh, what if I take Harry out again? Okay, that's a more understandable. This is a cute little feature. I like this. You can make little scenes. Cool looking dude for... Actually, he kind of has the same mask as the killer, too. It's a shame Renee died. I wanted to talk to him more. He seemed like an interesting feller. All these hold on, where was he? You motherfucker, I hate this guy. I know you hid the armor from me, you bastard. Oh, I love that guy. Mr. Light Warper. Oh, no. Alright. get me out of here. Well, that's the end of Disco Elysium. No, I bet he's probably wearing the fucking armor. He did something to the armor. I know he did, the fucker. And I hate him for it. So here's what I'll do. I'll throw it over to, a dude named Amprops is playing. He's currently in the library right now. I think he's doing Disco Thanks, Elysium. So I'm gonna go raid him. But ask that you stick around and show him some love on this holiday. Shorter stream, but hey, what can you do? I was right at the end. Here we go. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.